What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video where we will talk about the report from Ian Doyle that Liverpool are accelerating contract negotiations with Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold. The three superstars I think are absolutely key to Liverpool next season, and all three of them indicated so far that they want to stay. They have shown no signs of wanting to leave Liverpool this summer, and even James Pearce, who is basically a Liverpool mouthpiece, he's a Liverpool-based journalist who says what Liverpool Football Club are feeding him as information, and he said that Virgil van Dijk seems really excited to be part of the next era at Liverpool. So he says, I would be amazed if there wasn't a resolution to his contract. So in this video we will explore the Saudi Arabia offers to Virgil van Dijk and Virgil van Dijk's desire of wanting to stay, and what he said about Arne Slot and what he said about Liverpool's future next season. So in this video you will get all the details. We will also review the Germany-Scotland game. What an explosive start to Euro 2024. And today Hungary, my home nation, are playing Switzerland, so please root for Hungary for me guys. I'm really looking forward to watching the game with friends and family, so this is going to be a very exciting day. And Virgil van Dijk also joined forces with LeBron James in a significant agent deal that could affect his contract talks. So we will look at this report as well. So if you enjoyed this video and in these videos, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and please help me so I can continue making these videos by donating to my Patreon. Link is in the video description. I only make $400 net per month from my YouTube videos, so a couple of bucks from each one of you would absolutely mean the world to me, and it would help me continue making these videos and even uploading more often. So Roof Agency, which has Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk on its books, has been acquired by the United Talent Agency and Clutch Sports Group. It brings together several very high profile footballers and athletes from even other sports. So not just Van Dijk, but Kai Havertz, Staj Gnabry, Ademola Lookman and Tammy Abraham, all other footballers are also on the books of this agency, and former Liverpool player Sadio Mane and current Liverpool player Harvey Elliott are also represented by Roof Agency. So Rich Paul, who is the co-head of UTA Sports, he explained the organization's approach. Football is the most global and popular sport on the planet. So Virgil van Dijk is represented by a very good agency, and Virgil van Dijk, according to the Mirror newspaper, meets with Saudi club which is Al Nasser, and they want to sign Van Dijk as the most expensive defender in terms of contract, the biggest contract that the centre-back gets. That's what they are offering Van Dijk. Al Nasser, who are of course the club of Cristiano Ronaldo, they want to close the gap on Al Hilal, who swept up every trophy at Saudi Arabia, I think in recent times. And the Spanish outlet Marca is reporting that the representatives of Al Nasser have already met. The representatives of Van Dijk have already met with the general director of Al Nasser. It's claimed that Al Nasser have now put a lucrative, huge contract proposal on the table, with Van Dijk could become, if he accepts, he could become the highest paid defender in the world if he agrees. Al Nasser are desperate to close the gap on Al Hilal, and they are set to invest heavily in a bid to improve the squad, which already has Sadio Mane, Cristiano Ronaldo, Laporte, and they are also in talks to sign former Arsenal goalkeeper Szczesny, the current Juventus goalkeeper. And there were talks of Alisson maybe going to Saudi Arabia, but this rules it out, I think, because Al Nasser wanted Alisson, but it looks like Szczesny is gettable. I think with Van Dijk still one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League, he still has a good 2 or 3 years in him. So I think at the peak of his powers he wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia. He would go to Saudi Arabia probably when he is close to retirement age, maybe for the last 1 or 2 years. The reason why Al Nassr wants to spend big is that they lost the league title to Al Hilal. They finished 14 points behind them, and Al Hilal went unbeaten. They signed Mitrovic, and he had an absolutely amazing season, scoring a lot of goals. So right now, the top earner among centre-backs is David Alaba, and if Van Dijk's contract will be higher, or the contract offer is higher, then that means that that Van Dijk is getting around £500,000 per week, which would be more than double his current salary. I think it will come down to Van Dijk. If Van Dijk wants to stay, and he said that he wants to stay, he said, I'm very excited for the future, especially next season. He said, obviously I have full trust in the club and all the decisions going forward. Change is always a bit in the unknown, but I have got full confidence and I'm looking forward to the new season already. So these aren't the words of someone who wants to leave the club and someone who wants to go to Saudi Arabia. He's very excited about the new season, about the new era under Arne Slot, and Van Dijk is Dutch just like Arne Slot, so I think it would be pretty crazy and pretty sad if Van Dijk jumped ship just when there was a Dutch manager taking over. But Arne Slot is not Jurgen Klopp, and a lot of Liverpool players will wonder what this new era holds for Liverpool after Jurgen Klopp. And of course Liverpool will consider a huge offer by Al Nassr. If they offer 100 million for Van Dijk, should Liverpool accept? That's the big question and the big dilemma. But I don't think they will offer that. If they do, then there is a scenario where Liverpool accept, even though I don't want Liverpool to sell any of our big stars, because getting back into the Champions League and consistently finishing in Champions League places with Van Dijk, it's almost guaranteed, if he stays fit, that we will finish in Champions League places. I think that's worth even more than 100 million. And so far, absolutely every quote and every interview that I heard from Van Dijk indicates that he wants to stay at Liverpool. He wants to represent this brilliant football club. So I see no indication why Van Dijk would even consider the offer from Saudi Arabia, apart from getting huge money. But he's already earning huge amounts of money at Liverpool. Let's be honest, Van Dijk is in the top 0.1% in Europe, probably, in terms of his salary, what he's earning. So he wouldn't really need the money that much. But you know, sometimes footballers, they have this huge ego, and it strokes their ego that they are getting ridiculous amounts of money. Even Kevin De Bruyne was very honest when he was asked at the end of the season, what will he do? He said, if Saudi Arabia comes along and offers me huge money, I would consider that, going there for 2 years, because he would earn as much in 2 years in Saudi Arabia that he would earn in 10 years in Europe or 15 years. In Van Dijk's case, that's not really the case. He will only get like about double of what his Liverpool salary is. And he still has 1 year left on his contract. Even if he doesn't sign a contract extension, he will see out his contract, and maybe at the end of next season he will consider leaving Liverpool. But I think Van Dijk will sign a new contract. That's my gut feeling, and that's what James Spears is indicating, that Liverpool will negotiate contract talks with Salah, Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold. James Spears also dropped a fresh transfer update saying that Liverpool will be 100% doing business in the transfer window. We will sign some players. James Spears said 100% there will be definitely business done by Liverpool in the transfer window. I've seen people getting twitchy already. We are not even quite in the middle of June yet. The transfer window just opened. There will be some strengthening to the Liverpool squad without a shadow of the doubt, but not wholesale changes. I don't think that's required. Part of it will be dedicated to by the players that left Liverpool, but to react to events like Thiago and Matip leaving. And there's bound to be things happening this summer that none of us saw coming because of Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes. They herald the return to data-led decisions. And I think where Liverpool can significantly improve their squad is at defensive midfield spot. Even though Waterrando has been a great value for money signing, he should be a squad player. He shouldn't be our starting 11 defensive midfielder, because he's just a level or two behind or below Rodri and Declan Rice, and that's the level that you need if you want to win the Premier League title. With a clear sign returning to data-led approach, data-led transfers, I think Liverpool fans can see some unexpected transfers. And Dominic Lynch is reporting that if Liverpool are to make a signing in the defensive midfield position, then Liverpool want to be extra sure and absolutely sure that it's a big, huge upgrade on Vatarendo, not just a sideways move. We shouldn't sign a player who is just a little bit better than Vatarendo. We should sign a player who is world class, who is a lot better than Vatarendo. But at the moment, Liverpool don't seem to expect that this type of player will come up in the transfer market. That's why we bid 115 million on Moises Caicedo, because these kind of caliber of players don't come up every summer transfer window. What I don't really understand is why didn't Liverpool go all out for Declan Rice? He was available for 100 million. Arsenal went there early and they signed him. They were very, very close to winning the Premier League title. They got much better with Declan Rice. And I think if Liverpool could rival that offer, maybe Declan Rice's head could have been turned and Liverpool could have signed him. But you know, that's the past. Let's look forward to the future. Liverpool, if there is nobody who is significantly better than Vatarendo on the market, who is available, then Liverpool shouldn't sign really a defensive midfielder, and we should just, you know, play with maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold as our defensive midfielder alongside Vatarendo. But I still think that we need an improvement, an upgrade on Vatarendo. Maybe that's Trent. Maybe Arne Slot will use him in the defensive midfield role. Let's wait and see. Arne Slot is on holiday right now, and James Pearce confirmed that Arne Slot will be unveiled to the Anfield faithful closer to the end of June, when Arne Slot got his well-earned break after having another great season at Feyenoord. And a lot of Liverpool players are already at the Euros or the Copa America, so it's not like Arne Slot could do much in the Liverpool training ground. The pre-season hasn't even begun yet, and even in the first week of pre-season, where Arne Slot will be there are not many Liverpool first team players who will be at the AXA training center. So I think Arne Slot deserves a break, and after his holidays he will come to Liverpool rejuvenated, re-energized, well rested, and he can really get stuck into this Liverpool job. And now let's review the first game at the Euros, Germany against Scotland. What an absolute spectacle it was. Absolutely brilliant start by Germany. Florian Wirtz became the youngest ever goal scorer at the Euros for Germany, I should say. And he scored the first goal, and Jamal Musiala scored a brilliant second, and Kai Havertz scored third. And that challenge by Porteous was an absolute shocker. Two-footing a player in the box when you are already 2-0 down. I mean, that was an absolute brainless challenge. He got a red card and it was a penalty. By the way, the referee didn't give it, but VAR was very quick. I like VAR in international football. It's much quicker than in England and much more accurate. Of course, because the referees are not complete clowns, the complete morons. You thought I wouldn't mention the moronic English referees in this video. Well, you were wrong. I was just happy to see that VAR and the referees are doing very, very well, much quicker. And I think England should have serious conversations about the standard of refereeing in the Premier League, because it's an absolute shambles, it's an absolute disgrace, way below the level that is required right now. Look at how the referees were in the Euros. It's absolutely brilliant. So Germany were 3-0 up and cruising. Second half they didn't get out of second or third gear, but Nicolas Füllkrug came on and he still scored an absolute thumping goal, and he scored another one which was ruled out for offside. And it was a very weird own goal by Rüdiger. It's a weird deflection which goes into the roof of the net, but then, you know, Germany scored the fifth goal, so it was 5-1 Germany. Germany scored in the last minutes. Andy Robertson made some weird comments saying that he said that first half we got it all wrong, really. We didn't show up, we weren't aggressive enough, we let good players get on the ball. Second half we are down to 10 men, and I thought the lads stuck in really well. How can you not show up at a European Championship tournament in the first game against the host Germany when you know you have to be aggressive, you have to be at 110%, so even have a slight chance against a world-class Germany squad, and the Scotland players didn't show up? Why? What is the reason for that? Andy Robertson didn't give any explanations. Of course he probably doesn't know. Today was hugely disappointing, Andy Robertson said after the game. We have to bounce back quickly because there was lots wrong here and it's a quick turnaround. Maybe it's a reminder of how tough this tournament is. Their big players showed up, and they were excellent all over the park, and had an answer for pretty much everything we had. The thing is, Scotland didn't have anything. They didn't offer any threat. They couldn't even put 2 or 3 passes together. And also, Scotland defended with a 5 at the back formation, but there was no one defender who would break out of that back 5 and defend the players that Germany had between the lines, between the Scotland midfield and the Scotland defense. There was this huge gap where the Germany players were buzzing around. Florian Wirtz, Jamal Musiala, Kai Havertz. They loved those half spaces, and nobody was occupying that from the Scotland team, which was really, really weird. Scotland didn't play at their maximum, Andy Robertson said. We have to dust ourselves down and go again. But the thing is, with Scotland having to play Switzerland, if they lose that, they could be already out because of the goal difference. There are some teams who went through with 3 points as third place teams. I looked at it up because it could impact Hungary, but only one team went through with a negative goal difference. The others had 0 or positive goal difference. If you get 4 points, you are guaranteed pretty much to go through, at least as one of the best third place teams. So that's what Hungary should target, 4 points. So a draw against Switzerland, a win against Scotland could do that. Against Germany, it's going to be very, very tough because Germany will be absolutely flying. And Roy Keane even blasted Andy Robertson, saying that when you are up against an opposition that's much stronger than you, being aggressive is the minimum requirement. It's part of a footballer. So yeah, Scotland's approach was very weird, that they didn't turn up. They weren't aggressive enough. Their tactical approach wasn't right. So lots of wrongs, and Scotland, in some people's eyes, were one of the dark horses of the tournament after beating Spain in the qualifiers and qualifying, I think, unbeaten. But they ruined all that good work by getting smashed by Germany. But yeah, Germany could smash any team really on their day. They are a magnificent side. So let me know what you think about the Euros and about everything that we talked about. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.